Babes, how we doing? Another video on a break week. I almost didn't want to make one, but two things made me make one. One, I'm really trying to get to 100 subs. If you're not subbed, you can sub. You don't even have to like watch the video. Just press the sub button. It's not that hard. So I'm getting skinny. That's not the second reason. The second reason is, and kind of what we're talking about in this video is, JJK actually ended today, this morning. I was up early, went and did a little pool workout before work, and then I went into the sauna where I've been reading Kingdom. Kingdom is so far solid. It's old. It reminds me of kind of like late 90s style manga that I really like, and obviously I'm drawing and creating one of my own, so I'm using it as inspiration. And it's a solid story so far. Usually that's what I read when I'm in the sauna, but I saw there was a JJK chapter, and I knew that the next chapter that came out was the last one, and that was today. I'm not talking about the JJK chapter. What I will say though is, now that it's over, it's kind of it's sad in a way, and it just made me think more and more about One Piece, because I know we're on our way to the end. I still think we got like 6 years left, but when that happens, then what? Then it's like all done. I mean, One Piece has outlived all of the new age manga and anime. My Hero ended a couple months ago. JJK is now ended. Demon Slayer was a quick little fart, so not saying it was terrible, but it wasn't the best. And with almost all of those, especially JJK because it just ended, it seems like endings are like the hardest thing to round out. The older I get and the more things that I see the end of, the more I'm like, is there ever going to be like that perfect ending? Is there an ending that will make everybody happy? And I think that answer is obviously no. I learned that like Game of Thrones, Dexter, so many different shows and genres. It just seems like somebody trying to make an end to something is virtually impossible. And it just makes me think, where does One Piece end? I still trust in Oda, I really do. But when's the last time you got a good ending out of really just about anything? Some people are not going to be happy with how One Piece ends. Oda's going to have to start to make a lot of decisions based off this setup that he's given us. And it's going to end. And it's going to end in a way that not everybody's going to be happy with. Which is a scary thought, but on top of that, like One Piece it's kind of it. Naruto is basically my first anime. That was my first anime. My first manga was One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Rave Master, which I style my art heavily on. But nowadays, and proven by JJK ending once again, like I said, is it's not. Everything that's new is quick. It's very quick. Chainsaw Man's quick. It's probably going to end before One Piece. It's just so much quicker and easier to make a short story more interesting than a One Piece that encompasses everything. That, like, since I was a kid, I was just fascinated by the world building, the characters that are coming to life in this story that continue to have progression in their character arcs this deep in. 1,100 chapters in, and we're still learning stuff about all these characters, appreciating them, and hopefully taking them for what they're worth as long as we have them. But not to be sad on a Friday, because it's Friday. We got the whole weekend ahead of us. As September's ending, we roll into October because this year's going by quick. All I'm saying is that One Piece might end quicker than we think, even though, like I said, it's 6 years. The years are rolling by, and I started this series when I was, it's tough to say exactly, but I want to say like 8 to 10 years old. And I remember getting that little garden copy fresh out the library, and I was like, damn, dude, like this is it. Like, this is like some really good stuff. So to be able to have the pleasure of continuing to read new chapters, even though we're on a break week and I'm a little salty, I get the pleasure of reading it every single week. I get the pleasure of enjoying this world that this man has created. It's just great, because once One Piece ends, I don't know if there's ever going to be anything like it. The attention spans of everybody are too slow, and they just can't appreciate something over a long amount of time. And so that means a lot of people that are creating are the same way. Luckily for me, I mean, with my writing, which obviously I don't talk a lot about, but with my writing, I want to create something that also that people can grow up with. Because I feel like there's just such an impact there, you know? Like, you know, people that grew up with like your Naruto, your One Piece, you know these people. And like they almost take from the characters too. And I just think that that's a fucking awesome thing. I've always liked fantasy. I've always liked stories that just have these protagonists, because I'm always like, the protagonist is almost always my favorite character in just about all these things. But it's just so much quicker. Like Yuji's story is just about done. I think there's going to be a sequel, but we've seen these sequels before and it just doesn't really end up panning out the way that they think. It's over for JJK, but it's not over for One Piece. I am excited to see where Elbaf goes. I was thinking about making a video based off, I'm like, oh, maybe Loki is the cat dog. Oh, maybe they're in an illusion. But honestly, this just kind of grasping at straws right now. And with JJK ending, I'm just like, guys, like there is fewer and fewer good stories out there. And it's tougher and tougher to create in this era of short attention spans. So let's appreciate One Piece while we got it. Even if we're on a break week, next week we'll get a solid chapter, and I think we'll be able to round out Elbaf more. Just a short little video. Hope you guys are doing well. Sub. Give me 100. Come on, I just want 100. It's like 19 more. 81's like my favorite number, and we've been there a while, and I like that number, but get me in there. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy all the fantasy and content that you digest, and make sure it's good shit like One Piece. But that's all I got for you. Adios.